We have yet again another project launching on the Cardano ecosystem. We're going to go over that project in this video, hit up the white paper, hit up their blog, see what's going on there, see how the whole team's working, all that great stuff. But of course, we'll check on the market towards the end of the video. If you guys like that kind of content, consider smacking the subscribe button if you're new here, and of course, smack that like button. Just want to say before we get into it, thank you to all the 19,000 homies out there that smashed that subscribe button. We just broke through that. And of course, guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely put on your post noties and tune in then. Alrighty guys, jumping right into it. As we can see here, I tweeted here from Redato, if that's how you say it. You guys will always correct me down below. But countdown for 3 days for the IDO launch. This thing, I mean, has potential for possibly making 100x off the IDO price. You may be like, oh, 100x, that's like some moon boy stuff right there. No, off an IDO price, that is actually extremely possible. We've seen that with PVX. We've seen that with Jero. I think C3 Charlie did like a 70x off the IDO price. ADA Pad did 100x off IDO price. Guys, not far off at all. So let's jump into their website, see what's going on there. So guys, of course you get there right here, Redato, reinventing the gambling experience. Redato is the very first cross-chain gambling and lottery protocol. So they're saying it's the first cross-chain gambling, okay? So that's cool to see they're getting into cross-chain, so not just with Cardano. We do know Shuffle was, if I'm not mistaken, the first gambling token on the Cardano ecosystem that was in the works. So I was actually giving out stuff if you would, gamble for it. And it got shut down because of concerns from regulatory clarity. Their lawyers said just shut it down. Very interesting. I don't understand why they didn't contact their lawyers before they launched it. But this video is not about Shuffle. So continuing on, it says, built on Cardano, it'll be based on a complete transparency and not a mini, how do we say that word, security and fairness will be community driven to the core. Of course, guys, I mean, Cardano, it is all about the community. I mean, a lot of people are staking it, and we'll see how this plays out. I do like the app right there. And continue on in the white paper, you guys will see what I mean. So you guys can pick if you're a player, developer, contributor, I went ahead right over to the white paper, which you can find at the top of the website. As we go over there, guys, we go down, it breaks like everything down, just like every kind of white paper does. I just want to point out that once again, it's the first cross-chain gambling and lottery protocol based on complete transparency, fairness, etc. It says our approach is to provide an open protocol driven by the community where users can play and build games, earn rewards by providing liquidity to the DeFi ecosystem. So it's pretty cool that users will actually be able to build games. That's pretty cool, guys. Earn rewards. We have seen with NFT gaming that some of these games in third world countries, you can play this game and make more money than you would at your 9 to 5 in those third world countries. So it's pretty interesting to see. Maybe Ridotto will also be a part of that. Of course, they're focused on an easy to use and user-friendly app that offers a genuine, vibrant gaming experience. Pretty cool to see. Continuing down, guys, in the white paper. Once again, they're really hitting up on the full transparency. That's nice to see. They want to be transparent, which of course, I mean, to have some kind of gambling, game, I mean, you have to have full transparency. If you do not have that, then well, how do we know if it's real? It could just be a scam. There's a lot of scams in crypto, so just keep that in mind. It says nested interoperability. Redato is designed to be a cross-chain protocol. I mean, guys, that right there is big. Cross-chain protocol is definitely massive. To optimize smart contracts, costs, and transaction fees. I apologize. There's mowers outside right now. Hopefully that's not too loud. The protocol's unique approach is in how it provides an efficient user's experience. Of course, I mean, user's experience, the UI is a big thing right there. Easy build, of course, STs. If you guys are a dev, that's probably a big deal for you. Hopefully it's easy to build so people can actually build on it. I mean, of course, we'd want that. All-in-one app, staking rewards, community governance. All right, let's hit up some more good old deets. Here's the founder and co-founder. I don't know, guys, when I look at these things, it's cool to see what the founders and co-founders and people in the projects, what they're doing, what they have previously done. That's cool to see. But then again, I mean, crypto's only been around for, a decade? So how much experience can they really have? Passionate people. Let's continue on. Okay, we're getting into some good stuff here. It says market overview. It says the gambling industry is this basically is just saying what they want to do and what's out there and what they're going to be doing. Market overview. The gambling industry is projected to grow by 12.8% during the forecasted period 2020 to 2023. They're saying it should be over $525 billion, which would be about an increase of 12.8%, which in crypto we know that's not that big of a deal. Once again, we got the motor guys out there. Alrighty, so gambling stats. The gambling industry is considered to be the most vibrant entertainment industry in the world, with 26% of the global population engaged in gambling. I mean, guys, it's addicting. People love it. It gets into people's emotions. They feel like they can, win something, win big. So of course it's going to do it like a big deal. I mean, look at the lottery system out there. I mean, personally, I think like the Powerball and all that stuff is just tax for the poor people. That's just my opinion. So we'll go from there. You definitely have higher odds in like a casino. Just putting that out there. It says this translates to 1.6 billion people actively gambling, with close to 4.2 billion people gambling at least once a year. Not surprising at all, guys. There is a lot of people. And as there's more people being born on the planet, the numbers just going to rise. So makes sense. It says gambling industry issues. So going into some current issues, says the house, for the players, the house always wins. No matter what game you decide to play, the casino odds are always higher than yours. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is true unless you know how to, hack the game. Maybe you guys know how to count cards. So just going over that, it kind of sucks for the player. But then again, the house, I mean, they're not going to be the house if they're not winning, right? They have to make money. And then for the investors, is high barrier to entry. There are several requirements for new investors entering the gambling industry. Of course, taxes, government regulations, which is the big one I want to hit on later. Capital requirements, suppliers and sponsors, da-da-da-da. But the juicy stuff, guys, how is Redato changing the game? So looking at traditional casinos, centralized organization, hidden operator algorithm, only for the gamblers, high entry barriers, fiat jackpots, complex payout processes. I mean, of course they have fiat jackpots. I mean, what other currency are they going to pay out? Because the average Joe doesn't use crypto. Redato's, the plus side of that is decentralized, guys. I don't know if you guys know, I'm big into decentralization. So hopefully that's actually true. It's actually done. Transparent smart contract base, cool gambling and DeFi ecosystem, open source platform, cryptocurrency jackpots, and instant payouts. Yeah, guys, I mean, I'm definitely down for some cryptocurrency like jackpots. That's definitely what's up. I mean, I don't know about you guys. If you guys are going to participate in some kind of gambling or an online casino, I feel like cryptocurrency jackpots would be great, because then, you get the you'll probably enter a game based on if you win Cardano or if you win Polkadot or you win whatever is your favorite altcoin out there. And of course, instant payouts, I mean, you can go right to your address. You don't have to go like check out someplace, put your chips in at the casino. Once again, how they change it, they're just showing the traditional casino organization fees, jackpot profits, goes to the casino, and then players get very little bit. I mean, guys, that's just business like 101 right there. But as we see with Redato, they have jackpot, staking rewards. There's so much more to it. Smart contract driven, autonomous and decentralized, transparent and secure. And then so basically the players should be able to get, they have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think that's the Redato logos there as well. So of course, if there's staking, guys, if there's more to it, then they're just showing it. There's more for the average Joe in this scenario than this scenario. Of course, this is like, traditional finance per se, and this is, crypto. There's a lot more opportunities in crypto. So going down to some of the competitors, I think it's pretty interesting that they left Funfair. I remember that back in the day. It hasn't done that well, but we got Wink in there, Wink, good old Wink. Decentral games and Pull Together. Very surprised Pull Together is not more successful than what it is. But just look, guys, they're doing cross-chain. None of them have cross-chain. Farming, only Pull Together has farming. Open platform, I mean, you got Wink and Funfair, but then you go down to the DAO, I mean, only, you got two right there. Now, Games Catalog, of course, there's a little more competition in that space, but Redato is doing it all. Keep in mind, though, this is their white paper, so they're going to be biased. Keep that in mind, guys. You got to do your own research. And for Becky in the back, no, Redato is not paying me to talk about Redato. I just think this is an interesting project, guys. I get emails all the time about, hey, shield my altcoin, do this. And I don't do that, guys. I'm literally just curious about this project. I think there's a lot of money to be made in this project. So just for Becky in the back, that's like, oh, you're getting paid to do this. Nope, not getting paid to do this. Moving on, Redato ecosystem. So as we can see here in the setter, it says cross-chain, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, etc. And then we got the extra layers down here. Of course, guys, Oracle's, Dex's, Bridge, Wallet, etc. So we got the play, the build, the earn. So guys, there's more to it than just basic casino, as we saw back here in this diagram. So, I mean, it's better for the average Joe. It's better for the person that's investing in it, that's building on it, that's playing on it. A lot of money to be made. So scrolling down, guys, this is the platform. As we can see here, Redato Lab. I mean, look at that. They always have a nice, good old MacBook Pro right there with a good old website looking good. This is a fast, flexible, and secure way to create a casino on chain. We provide developers with complete environment to build on top of Redato protocol with a customized UI. User interface. Quick launch for the easy to use SDK. That's great for developers, easy deploy, minimum cost, and efficient. Guys, cross-chain is actually very, 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 very bullish. Cross-chain is very good. We want that. This is the app, which I think the app's gonna be bigger than like an online, like basically a desktop thing. Because guys, people always on our phones, guys, always on our phones. So that right there is a big deal. Of course, they're hitting up all the UI stuff. It's just going to be an app that's hopefully very, very successful. Moving on, just showing different parts of it. I see they have all card and table games, bets, slots, and lottery. That's pretty cool. Looks like there's more stuff there. Top earnings, pools. I'm sure there's staking somewhere in there as well. So that's pretty cool to see. So like continuing on, it just says as Redato platform, we got the home, the games, the pools, which I just pointed out above there. So we're not going to touch on that too much. But the whole point though, they have different games, and it seems like people can actually make more games. So that's cool as well. Definitely interesting to see how this is going to play out. Would actually be interested in getting in on beta if Redato is watching this. Would definitely be cool to see that. But guys, staking. I'm not sure if you guys are in Cardano. You're probably bullish on staking. I mean, you can get rewards just for holding your Cardano. Like, why would you not do that? But just hitting this up a little bit, it says Redato leverages the blockchain to deliver a fully transparent and secured gambling platform where the player can be the house by providing liquidity to Redato protocol. All earnings, rewards, and fees will be shared across the pools. So of course they're going to be doing that. It's pretty cool to see. We're not going to dive into the mathematics around this, but the whole idea though that you can get all the earnings, rewards, and fees will be shared across pools. So if you're participating in providing liquidity, you'll be getting some rewards right there. Which I don't know about you guys, I'm definitely bullish on that. I like that. So continuing on, it says group your games, be the house by providing liquidity and earn rewards. In addition to that, the ecosystem fees will be shared across the pools as multiplier. So once again, if you LP, you're going to be getting rewards. They're just breaking it down how it's going to work. And moving on to bets, it says bet games are driven by external events. Both smart contracts and Oracle solutions are used to process the events and determine the winners. On the other side, the pool's rewards will be mainly based on the ecosystem fees, which we do know. I mean, if you're using Cardano, the fees are really, really low compared to Ethereum. So just keep that in mind. Once again, it's just like another feature of this. The guys that got the lottery, no loss games, which is kind of interesting. I wonder how those will actually play. Because of course in theory and beta it sounds great, but how will that actually work in real life? Because we know there's risks with anything, guys. There's nothing that's just of course, just super bullish. But something that I really like to look into is the tokenomics. What's going on with the token called RDT? If you're not aware, they have governance, ecosystem fees, and staking rewards. We went over a little bit of that already, but this is what I like. Let's get my face out of the way. Says the tokenomics have been designed to respect three main pillars: a deflationary supply, which of course we all love that. Binance Smart Chain really took that off. A sustainable and responsible release strategy, a strategic vesting policy via time lock smart contracts. Guys, this is a big deal. We're going to get into the private investors later. But as we see here, 25% will go to staking, token sales is 15%, marketing and partnership is 15%, ecosystem is 15%, reserves 10%, bug and bounties accelerator, which that's good for the success of the project. We want to see if there's any bugs. 10%, and the team gets 10%. So keep that in mind, guys. That's something you want to keep in mind when you're going to invest in a project. Scrolling down to the token release, look at this over a period of time. Not sure what the T+2, I'd have to see what's going on there, what that actually means. But I did look at, like I said later, we'll be checking out the private investor schedule. So keep that in mind. Let's head up the roadmap. Of course, guys, roadmaps are like a big deal, of course. Every product has one. If they don't have it, that's a bad thing. And if they're not executing on the roadmap, that's also a bad thing. So we are currently in Q3, early adopters, release the Ridotto token, implement the vesting strategy, launch IDO, which that's what they're doing, launch farming and staking pools, release NFT cards, multiplier, develop games catalog scenario. So we want to make sure to execute all this. We want to make sure everything previously was executed if you want to invest in it. Q4, they're looking to get on a SEX, which is a centralized exchange. So that right there will be very, 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 very bullish. I want to see Cardano launch some DEXs. That right there would be bullish as well. going into 2022, they got more stuff they're going to be doing. Like I said, make sure they're actually implementing this. Make sure they're actually doing it. Of course, though, make sure you guys follow the real like Twitter handles, the real social media platforms. When going back to the website, at the very bottom says beware of scams. The Ridotto token hasn't been released yet. Stay tuned to our official channels. Make sure it's official, guys. Do not become a victim of a scam. So guys, that's the white paper. We're gonna head over to the Redato Medium. I wanna first point out the Redato closes its private sale. This was from September 8th. It says a big day for the RDT community. Redato's hugely oversubscribed private sale is officially closed. Congratulations to everyone that got in. So look at this, guys. So surpassing the initial funding cap, the total raise closed at just under $2.4 million and will be vested sustainably with only 2.5% being released at TGE and 33% of what's left being released every 3 months for 9 months after the IDO. Keep that in mind. I'm going to read that again. 33% of what's left after being released every 3 months for 9 months after IDO. Keep that in mind, guys. Those private sales are going to be getting them released every 3 months for the next 9 months. So keep that in mind. It says this will give Redato the incredibly small market cap of only $492,000. So just about under $500,000. Pretty cool to see. Let's actually open this, expand this. It says mirroring Cardano's vision of decentralized ownership, Redato heavily favored individuals over VCs, admitted them at a ratio of 4-to-1. So community gets about 79%. VCs get about 21%. It's still 21% though, homie. Still 21%. Would be nice to see it lower, but then again, there's a lot of projects that have like the flip of 80% VC and 21 community. So keep that in mind. It does say institutional investors among the venture capital and institutional investors that Redato did permit in the private sale. It says they include all these right here, guys. Definitely bullish on Jero. Matrixsoft's bullish. Like just look what's going on. Pretty cool to see. So just keep that in mind. I really just wanted to highlight this part right here where it was watch out for the private sales to come out because they're probably going to dump on you. They're probably going to dump. So just watch out for that. Heading over to another blog, though, with Redato welcomes Ash WSB, Wall Street's bet as a strategic advisor. So it says Redato is absolutely thrilled to welcome Ash WSB to the team as a strategic advisor to diehard crypto fanatics. He certainly requires no introduction, but the broad overview is as follows. Okay, so basically, guys, he's been in his experiences reflected in his investment advisory of products like AOS, Farland, Coin98, Star Atlas, and Alien Worlds. I think this is a big deal, guys. Wall Street Bets has a big community. He also has 293,000 followers on the tweeters. That's just the tweeters, so just keep that in mind. Pretty cool to see. Hopefully Wall Street Bets jumps in on this. They pump this thing up. That would be great. Of course, guys, IDO, though, for Carstarter is starting in 3 days. Of course, we've talked about IDOs on Carstarter before, so I'm not going to go over it again in this video. But are you guys going to get in on that? Are you guys planning on buying this on launch? We should be seeing that in 3 days. It'll hit the IDO. Usually the next day it's on Uniswap. Depending, sometimes the market's down. They decide to push it back a week. So we'll see what happens there. What are you guys doing there? Are you guys bullish on Redato? You think they're going to be very successful? I know my number one question, though, is how are they going to combat regulation? Since Shuffle was shut down because of regulatory concerns with their lawyers, what makes this any different? Just curious what they're doing there. I did send a message to the team on the tweeters, so hopefully they respond. I would love to hear how they're combating that, because if somebody that wants to take an investment in this project, I would like to know what's going on. I would like to know what's going on there, because we saw with Shuffle how they just shut it down, and Shuffle was actually giving rewards out. Like people here in the Patreon actually won stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see how they'll combat that. But I'm liking the way the app looks. I'm liking all the beta version of everything. Hopefully they can implement it Q4 and Q1 next year. We'll go from there. Love to hear your thoughts down below. But of course, guys, the market was basically crashing this morning. We dipped down on a wick down to 42.2. We'll see how that plays out, and we'll go from there. Just want to pull up the good old 50 and the 200 on the daily. Guys, we're still below those major MAs. Not really what we want to see, though. That's not uber bullish, because, guys, we had the golden cross right here. Now, well, I mean, if we stay below this, we're going to eventually have another one of these things, another death cross. Like, oh, homie, don't say death cross. Such a bad word here in the crypto space. Guys, just watch. I'm expecting for failed rallies. If you've watched the live streams, you guys know in detail why I'm expecting that, but that's what we're seeing. We're seeing once we hit here, we had the highest high, made a lower high, I mean, a lower low, lower high, lower low, expecting another lower high, because that's just typically what happens. And once again, we did the same thing back here. Like I said, in the live streams, we've gone over that. So definitely tune in tonight, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Stay up to date for that. We check out the Fear and Greed, all that great stuff. But guys, that's what I got here for BTCs. Watch what's going on. I'm personally expecting a failed rally. We'll see how it plays out. It just reminds me of 2018 all over again. Everybody on the YouTubes, which guys, I respect all their hard work, but so many people are calling for like 100K this year, 120, 150. It's just, don't really see anybody saying that this is going to be a dead cat bounce. Very few. So we'll see how it plays out. I'd love to be wrong though. I'd love to see a 250K BTC. Like we've also talked about on live streams, how definitely it's possible. I'm not just looking at the bear side. I'm not just looking at the bull side. We look at both sides. So, and we'll go from there. But guys, that's what I got for today. So as always, smack those likes, smack the subscribes, and till next time, may the gains be with you.